Good afternoon. This is Victor Jimenez with Sewer Line Check Professionals. We're at 220 North Beechwood Drive in Burbank, and I'm in the process of performing a video examination of the main sewer line. The main sewer line is the portion of the waste drainage piping which is exterior to the structure. It lies underground and connects the building drain line system to the public sewer. The building drain line system then is the portion or portions of the waste drainage piping which are underneath or interior to the structure. Today's video examination does not focus on the building drain line system. So if further evaluation is desired regarding the building drain line system, a licensed plumbing contractor should be contacted, or a specialty building drain line video examination can be set up through our office. Alright, so I've accessed today's main sewer line from a 3.5-inch main sewer line cleanout located in the front yard to the left of the front door. And we've pushed here, the actual counter should read about 68, about 20 feet into the pipe. The linear footage reset, little malfunction with the computer counter there, but the total length of the line is about 6 to 8 feet. The line basically runs diagonally across the front yard to the driveway, at which point it straightens out and runs under the street to connect up to public sewer in the center of the street. So we're going to be coming from public sewer up through the driveway, across the front yard, and then up through this clean out access that we started from today. Now, pulling away from public sewer, we are in a section of pipe, a 6-inch diameter section of pipe, which is vitrified clay. Now, vitrified clay is a very common material for main sewer lines. It has a long service life expectancy. However, it is more susceptible to damage during earthquakes and seismic activity, and it also has a tendency to let in roots at the joint areas. Now, one of the issues we found here in this lateral, the portion of the pipe that's under the street and the sidewalk, is that there's several joints which are misaligned. They're not misaligned significantly to the point where the water or debris can't flow out, but they're misaligned to the point where things are kind of offset. Here's another example of that where you can see the top of the pipe, you can see that joint area, but you can't actually see the bottom of the pipe. Not a massive concern, but it's just something to think and keep in mind, because that in combination with essentially the roots that are coming into the system, it's important to make sure that those roots are cleaned out properly, or you're going to be running into situations where that in alignment with the roots are going to be able to create some sort of backup or dam for the debris and the water that's heading out towards the street. There's another example of a clay joint area with some roots coming in. Nothing too significant, nothing that I would even recommend getting cleaned right this minute, but just something again to keep in mind that it will need to be cleaned out. Alright, in a few feet here, right at this point, we're going to be exiting out of this section of vitrified clay, and we're going to be entering a section of original cast iron piping. Now, cast iron is a material which typically has a service life anywhere between 70 and 80 years. Now, what happens with vitrified clay is that as it gets older, it starts to build up rust and scale within the pipe itself. One of the reasons that the pipe is so bumpy. And it starts to essentially rust and rot away within the pipe. Now, in terms of my inspection today, I didn't see any section of the cast iron pipe which is broken or in need of repair, but it's just something to keep in mind because it is an older system and eventually will fail to the point where it will continue to deteriorate to the point where it will need to be fully replaced. I'm going to run a little bit of water here so we can try to get a little bit of a better idea. One of the issues with the line today is that I had to put on an attachment to my camera to get over some of those misaligned joints. What happens is that it's pretty tight fit right now in the pipe, and so it's going to be a little bit bumpy. We're only going to be able to see the top portion of the pipe for some portion of the inspection. And again, this is all pretty common situations with this, with the cast iron that we're running into. We have the rust and scale building up within the pipe. The bottom of the pipe has started to level off a little bit. But again, nothing too significant, nothing too major. So even though that counter right there is going into the negative, we're not out of the cleanout yet. The length of the line is the complete length of the line. When I pull out of the system, we'll get that final counter. Alright, pretty close to the clean out axis here today, and there we are, we're pulling out of the system now. Did have a little bit of water running there, so just go ahead and make sure that that's cleaned off. Alright, so clean out access, where we got into the system, it's right over there, that access point. With the hose sticking in it. Try to wipe that off. Right in there. The line runs essentially across towards the driveway right there, and then out towards the street. So at this time, I don't have any repairs to recommend. I will be recommending maintenance on the line, just to ensure that we have proper access and the roots that are kind of kept at bay. So with that, I'm going to be wrapping up the video portion of the examination for today. Once again, this is Victor Jimenez with Sewerline Check Professionals. Thank you very much and have a pleasant day.